Guys, so today I'm doing a video kind of talk about what is a health coach, why I became a health coach, and wait, you're fat. How can you be a health coach? Three topics that I kind of need to address, mainly because people have asked me them or said them, and I feel like it's just time to have this conversation. So, what is a health coach? A true health coach is someone who helps you go through a program that they have set up that is already in place, usually either once a week or twice a week meetings, to help you change something in your life that is a habit or a way that you do things that is incorrect or that you would like to change. So, what does that have to do with weight loss? Well, with weight loss, we do a lot of things we're not supposed to do, and that's why we need to lose weight. So, it's really easy to work with a health coach and learn how to do it the right way. 98% of people who go on a diet or use a fast diet trend end up gaining that weight back and then some. So, really, the 2%, don't you want to be like them? That's why you need a health coach. Now, let's back up a minute because there are a lot of companies out there that are direct sales that sell you their product. And they've started telling their salespeople to call themselves health coaches. They're not. Let me tell you the difference. They offer their direct salespeople a program that might take a couple of hours that basically teaches them how to give people a way to use like every product they sell to incorporate into their weight loss program. So they're going to sell you their shakes or their wraps or their pills or their workout programs or their set nutritional information. And that makes them a health coach in this company's opinion. I personally have been taking health coach classes now for 4 months. I have done at least 20 hours a week work on these classes. I'm not done yet. I am at a point where I can start taking early clients, but I can't take a full load of people. So I have a very small group of people that I'm working with. And I'd like to expand it a little bit, but not hugely just yet. The reality is this, okay? A health coach should not be saying to you, buy my X product. Now, if they're part of a bigger business, like a set up doctor's office, or maybe that doctor's office carries some holistic items and they suggest that this item that is sold in this office is a great item, that's fine. But you should be able to find that item in other places as well. So, for example, if a client says to me, because I always suggest that when we start health coaching, a client will go in and have a full lab work done by their doctor. So check all their vitamin levels, stuff like that. So often I will suggest certain foods. Like I will say these types of foods can help with vitamin C deficiency or vitamin D deficiency. Or if you have heart disease, these types of foods, based on what this government organization says, are probably better for you to not have if you have a heart condition. Or these types of foods are something you shouldn't have if you're diabetic. And these are not me giving you nutritional information. I am not going to give you a diet as a health coach. Now, 98% of the states in America say health coaches cannot give you nutritional information. But that does not mean I can't tell you certain foods are good for you. It just means I can't give you a diet. I can't say to you, have this for breakfast, have this for lunch, have this for dinner. Now, I can say, here's some great recipe resources that have great things in them. I can do that. I can say, these are the recipes I use. I love these recipes. I'm not telling you have to eat them. I'm not giving you a calorie count to use. I'm not telling you what to eat or how, or how much to eat. I'm telling you this, and not necessarily how much to eat, because I do give what's called a magic plate that gives portion sizes, but it's all from a national database. It's not nutritional information. But I can't say to you, you need to have 1 cup of spinach and an orange and an egg and this and that for breakfast. Like, I can't do that as a health coach. So if your health coach doesn't also have a nutritionist or dietary degree, be cautious. There was just a woman in Florida who can never health coach, huge fine, had to shut down her whole business because somebody said, because she was giving people diet plans, and you can't do that. Now, if someone is following a specific diet plan, that's great. Do that, whatever. But you're going to learn through a health coaching program for weight loss that there are certain times a day to eat, there are certain ways to eat that incorporate your digestive tract working better. There are ways to decrease your stress, which slows down your digestive system. There are ways to look at life in general that make you overall happy, which helps your whole body be better. And so the job of a health coach is to teach you how to do these outside things. So the things you're doing with workout and with your eating are better able to function. Now, like I said, if you say to me, hey, what types of vitamins can I take for, like, for example, I have PCOS. I've started taking some vitamins for trying to get rid of all this hair down here. There's a reason why I left it, so I want to talk about this today. I found web pages that talk about naturally occurring vitamins you can take that decrease your testosterone level, which is something that is higher in people with PCOS. That being said, I would send you that webpage, like, here, check this out. Maybe one of these will work for you. I'm not going to tell you to take those. I'm just going to say, hey, this is what I found. This is what I have from my research. Check this out. I may give you a list of different foods that meet different criterias. Again, I'm not telling you to eat any of them. That is the difference between a nutritionist and a health coach. Now, what the nutritionist does is tell you what to eat. They don't tell you how to eat it. There's certain techniques you can use to better work your digestive tract. They don't deal with the stress level that you're going through. They don't deal with a lot of different things. And let's be honest, a lot of us already know what healthy food is. We don't need to be told what's healthy. It's a no-brainer. Orange over chocolate bar. It's a no-brainer. Don't eat a whole cake, eat a piece of cake. Like, this is all stuff a nutritionist tells you. But if you are someone who struggles with what does a healthy diet look like, I don't know how to meet my calories, etc., a nutritionist or dietitian is great. But a health coach is going to help you fix your habits to help you eat better in a better way. So, please be cautious of these companies that have direct salespeople who tell you they are a health coach. Now, if one of these people has gone above and beyond and has attended a health coach school, great. But if someone tells you a health coach, ask them, did you attend an accredited health coach school? Because if that answer is no, their whole reason for being a health coach is to sell you a product. A good health coach, their product is you. Their product means what they look at the end of the day at wanting to achieve is to better you. They're not going to try to be like, oh, hey, yeah, buy this, buy that, buy this, buy that. No, they're going to give you a list of things and let you decide, because they're going to give you the tools to make the right decisions on your own. And when you struggle, they're going to be there to cheer you on, support you, and help you learn how to work through those struggles and stresses. It's kind of like 90 days of someone walking side by side with you saying you can do this. Someone you can message when you're like, I have to go to dinner. What do I eat? And they could say, well, look at the menu. What looks to you like the healthiest option? What can you have for sides? What looks healthy? And helping you learn how to look at things and know that answer yourself when we're done. I don't want to sell you a product. I want you to lose weight and stay thin. Whatever thin looks like to you. Whatever healthy looks like to you. I shouldn't even say thin, because sometimes healthy doesn't come in thin. Sometimes healthy comes in athletic build. When I lose my weight, I don't know what my body's going to look like. I might end up with an athletic build because I do a lot of working out. I don't know what that's going to look like. And I got a long ways to go before we all find out, but, But just be careful. The biggest thing that bothers me is I see all these people selling products claiming to be health coaches and they're not. And I'm not saying that, I'm not saying that they don't have good intentions. I think this needs to be very, very clearly understood. Most of the people who sell these things believe they work. And they might to an extent. But every single item that you are offered as a quick fix for weight loss is either super temporary, like a wrap or a like lotiony thing with like, I don't know, there's a whole bunch of stuff. I'll be honest, I've sold the stuff before. Doesn't work. Didn't work for me. But anyhow. But they'll sell you something and it'll work either temporary, so where you need it again quicker, or it'll work to help you lose the weight. But is it that? Or is it the fact that product comes along with a paper that says, along with a healthy diet and exercise? If you were someone who was not eating healthy and exercising before that, and you suddenly start doing that, you are gonna lose weight. And the worst part is when you fall back on your healthy diet or you're exercising and you're not losing the weight, you blame yourself, not the pill. But ultimately, the pill wasn't doing it to begin with, it was you. You know, you were the one eating healthy. You were the one working out. You were the one drinking water instead of soda. There's a billion things you should and could be doing that are helping you with weight loss. Now, let's say, oh, but I don't need to lose any weight. I'm good. There are lots of very thin people out there. Well, what if you're underweight? There are a lot of people who struggle being underweight. And just like stress can cause you to gain weight, it can also cause you to lose a lot of weight because you're not getting the nutrients that your body needs every day to function. So that is also a place where health coaches can help. Let's say you have a high stress level. Your day-to-day life is stress upon stress upon stress. Health coaches can help you work out coping techniques to get through those stressful days. Let's say you're one of the 2 jobs that do the least self-care out of the entire workforce. Teachers and nurses. They work so hard to help others. They often forget about helping themselves. And so health coaches can help them find a way to make sure their own personal needs are being met without the, number 1, guilt that some of them get for taking care of themselves. Number 2, stress of trying to find the time to help themselves. So these are just some of the things that health coaches can do. There's a billion ways that health coaches can help you. And maybe you're just someone who's struggling with a transition, starting a new job, getting married. Are you getting married soon and you're worried about fitting into your dress and all these things that have to do with stressing out due to a wedding? I also do, maybe you're somebody who has been working out and you've been eating right and you've hit this plateau and you can't figure out how to get through it. We do a 21-day cleanse. I do a 21-day cleanse that walks you through a cleanse and does an elimination diet. There are foods that can cause inflammation. And some of them only like 5% of the population, so 1 in 20 can be affected. But if that's you, you're not going to be able to keep going forward if your body is constantly inflamed. And the thing of it is, the one thing that all of these diets that are out there, all of these pills and powders and what have you that are out there, the one thing they assume is that everyone's body is the same. They're just not. They're not at all. Everyone's body is completely different. When you take a Valium, does it relax you? Cool. It makes me so hyper that people could have to take my blood pressure. Have you ever gone to the dentist and had gas and it kind of made you kind of loopy? Awesome. They had my gas up at a level that was the highest they could give me for my age, height, and weight, and it did nothing. No 2 people are alike. That's why you need to work with someone who's going to look at you as a person and help you individually. Assuming that one pill is going to work for everybody, it's just not true. Assuming that one diet will work for everybody, it's just not true. So telling people, oh, well, I did such and such a diet, it worked great for me, and that's great for you. But that diet may not work for someone else. It may not be sustainable. Plus, when you finish that diet, do you know how to eat regularly to not gain back the weight? Or are you not addressing the triggers, issues, and problems that you have with eating that caused you to get to your current weight? These are all things you have to think about because many of these diets are not fully covering your vitamins, your minerals, and everything that your body needs to succeed in being healthy and sustainable. So that is that part. The last part is, wait a minute, you're fat. How can you be a life coach? You're right, I'm still fat. But I am like 105 pounds less than I was in January of 2019. And no, I'm not done going where I'm going. But let me tell you something. What brought me to become a health coach is that I lost a bunch of weight by not taking pills, no quick fixes, changing my diet, changing the way I thought about things, about food, about my life, learning how to deal with stress, developing coping techniques, and working out and eating right. And I have multiple diet cookbooks. Let me tell you, I even have vegan cookbooks. Let me tell you why. You see, what I did was, after doing an elimination diet, I found out dairy does not work well with my body. It actually doesn't work well with most people's bodies. Just an FYI. Dairy is kind of a new thing for us to be drinking. Like when you look back, genetically, you go back like 6 generations, they never drank milk. They would look at you like you were crazy if they came back today. They'd be like, what are you drinking that for? So just keep that in mind. Milk is not a thing our bodies have been using for generations and generations. Just the last maybe 5, 4, 3, not very long. Depends on where you're from. And there are some areas today that still don't drink milk. So anyhow, the reality is I've had to go my own path. By losing all this weight and doing the work I've done, I had a lot of people reaching out to me saying, oh my gosh, can you help me? The reality is I only have so much time in a day. And I need to get a job. I need to work, right? And a friend of mine said, you know what, you'd be a great health coach because you're so supportive and you're always open to any kind of person. Like literally, I just don't care what you do in your life. If you're someone who needs help, I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to try to support you as best I can. Now, maybe I don't totally understand where you're coming from, so maybe I won't be a good fit for you as a health coach. But that's not because I don't want to be. I want to help everybody, but not everybody's a great fit, so I have to find the right health coach. Somebody that works with you and understands you and gets where you're coming from. And that may or may not be me. But the reality is no, I'm not where I'm going. But I would much rather work with people where I'm at right now and have them with me and watch me still progressing than be someone who's never been overweight and try to understand how a fat person feels. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I have a friend that I paid a lot of money to for his program, which he gave me a diet, and he's not a licensed nutritionist, so there's that. But anyhow, I had told him the foods I was having reactions to, because I was literally having anaphylactic reactions to some foods, which I've now identified and I'm good. But the diet plan he gave me had all kinds of foods that I couldn't eat. The workout he gave me required me to be on the floor, and I'd already told him, if I get on the floor, I can't get back up again. So exactly how was I supposed to do a floor workout? Like, he didn't hear me. And when I tried to explain to him my limitations and my issues, he just basically was like, here's the program I use with everybody. It wasn't going to work for me. And that was when I realized that screw it, I can't do anything. That was when I fell into my depression, honestly. That was what kicked me into my depression. And that's hard to admit. That I let someone else's inability to hear me put me in such a horrible place. Because I thought, I trust this person. This person, I told him everything that was going on, everything I was limited to, how I was feeling, all this. I told him everything. And he didn't hear me. And here's the thing, as an overweight person, we don't felt heard. Because everyone's just like, oh, it's just the fat girl talking. Oh, it's just the fat friend. I mean, anybody who's overweight knows this feeling of being the fat friend, the third wheel, the person nobody listens to because, well, look at you, you're fat, you don't understand. It happens. It's a real thing. Is it right? No, because we have just as much to give as input as someone else. But the reality is when somebody's not listening to you, it impedes your ability to succeed. So that's why I'm a health coach. Am I always going to be a fat health coach? No, I'm not. But I'm going to have some awesome pictures of where I was along the way. And whoever I help, whether I'm this weight right now, 100 pounds less, 150 pounds less than where I am now, wherever I end up at my final weight, whoever I am supporting will know I've been in your shoes. I've been that fat girl that was afraid to go in public because someone might look at her funny. Didn't want to shop because nothing ever fit right. Couldn't buy a scale because she weighed too much. Had to look online to find one and found one. Was surrounded by people who wanted to support her but didn't know how. Reached out to people who should know how to support her and they couldn't. The reality at the end of the day is I'm still a work in progress. But I'm doing it, and I'm doing it the right way. And I want to help other people do the same thing. And if somebody looks at me and is like, well, you're still fat, well, that's cool. If you can't understand that someone who's in your shoes and is in the same path as you can help you, then we're not a good match. But if you're excited because when you say to me, oh my God, I put on these pants and they wouldn't zip, I get it. And that's why I'm a health coach. A fat health coach. For now. Because like my channel name says, I'm going all the way. And by way, you can take it either way. But I'm getting to my goal. And it's going to happen. Maybe, this weight didn't come on overnight. It's not going to go off overnight. But I'm working my butt off to make it happen. So, thanks for staying with me this far. If you have any questions about health coaching, please feel free to check out my Facebook page. If you're not seeing this on my Facebook page, it is Going All the Way Health Coaching, and it is a business page. Check me out. Stop by. Let's talk. Bye.